Welcome to Amber's ugly yet spacious kitchen. And a cat. Meow. Okay, today we are making hummus. This is a really high in protein, really healthy alternative for any of your other, because this can be eaten as a snack, so this is really good for a snack. What you're going to need is you're going to need 2 cups of chickpeas, or for 540 milliliter can. You're going to want a cup of tahini. You're going to want 3 minced garlic cloves, or 3 teaspoons of the minced garlic goop if you really like garlic, like I do, and like pretty much what everyone else I know does. You're going to want a teaspoon of cumin. That's spelt C-U-M-I-N. You're going to want the same amount of salt and pepper. You're going to want 3/4 cup of lemon juice. That can be added right away when I tell you to. You're also going to want 3/4 cup of water. That you're going to want to add slowly until the hummus gets the consistency you want. So as you see, I put those chickpeas in there. What you want to do is you want to flop the lid on your food processor or really good blender, preferably food processor because it can handle this stuff. You're going to want to blend up the chickpeas before you put anything else in it. Once the chickpeas are nice and blended, then you can add everything except for the water to the mixture. Now I understand that a lot of you may not have access to store-bought tahini. So to make your own tahini, what you need to do is you need to get a cup of sesame seeds hulled. You want to toast those ever so slightly in a pan over low to medium-low heat in a frying pan. Make sure they don't get burned, so you want to be stirring them constantly. Once they are nicely, just lightly toasted, they should be emitting just a slight fragrance. What you don't want to do is you want to put those in a food processor. Yes, it has to be a food processor. You want to blend those up, and every so often you're going to want to stop and scrape the bottom of it just to keep things going and blending. Once those are all done, you're going to want to add 2 to 4 tablespoons of some sort of light oil, such as you can use grapeseed canola or light olive oil. You can use a touch of salt if you want, but that's only if you're making tahini on its own. If you're adding it to the hummus, you're going to want to keep the salt out of it. And then when you do that, you add the soil, you keep doing the processing and then stopping and scraping the bottom until it's about the consistency of peanut butter. And then that's how you do the tahini. So when everything is added in, you're going to want to put it on your food processor onto it should have settings 1 and 2. I would recommend just doing the low setting to start off with. And after it's done that for a minute or two, what you want to do is you want to take the top off. You want to scrape the sides of the bowl as well as the bottom. And then you're going to want to put it on high for another minute or two while slowly adding the water until it's the consistency you want. Make sure it's not too runny, but you want to make sure it's not like this big clump of what is essentially peanut butter. It wants to be a little bit runnier than that. After that's done, you pour it into a container of your choice, whether or not you want to serve it right away, or like me, a lot of this came from warm ingredients, so I like to put mine in the fridge for a little bit in a container. Then I can, I like using snap lid containers so that I can bring them out with me for a snack to work or whatever I want. But there you go. You can serve it with either veggies such as carrots and celery. You can serve it with soft pitas, or there's also some pita chips around that you can use for dipping. So whatever you like to use for dipping, there you go. Just a warning, this can be an acquired taste for some. The first time I tried it, I didn't like it, and now I absolutely love it, and it's absolutely wonderful. And dietitian did tell me that it's actually really, really high in protein. And if you can't get a lot of meat in your diet, this is a really good alternative. So there you go. Enjoy your hummus, and I'll see you later. Ciao.